Hey everybody, what's up? My name's Mackenzie.
And I'm Jonathan.
We are husband and wife, and we'd like to welcome you to TerreDice, where we love to play games and talk about them.
And we just spent 2 days not talking about board games because we had to recover from Gen Con, which is the largest board game convention in the United States. Mackenzie posted these like daily reels where you could see a second throughout the day of all the fun stuff that we were doing. But we're back and we got games to show for it.
We have so many games. Every year, I don't know, I'm like, we don't need any more. And then Jonathan's like, well, I have different plans. But no, I agreed on a lot of these. And a lot of these are super fun review copies that were given to us that we can be able to share with all of you, so we can come back with that information. So if you want to see our Gen Con haul and you want to hear about all of the goodies we picked up, then just keep watching. So if you happen to be watching this video and don't know what Gen Con is the largest board game convention in the United States. It takes place in Indianapolis, Indiana, which Indiana, Jonathan and I both went to school in. So we have college in, so we both have a special place in our heart every time we get to go back to Indy each year for Gen Con. Now it is a 4-day event where so much is happening. Board games is just, I would say, like part of it. Like that is what we are involved in. But there's lots of it originally started as an RPG, Dungeons and Dragons. So it's like Dungeons and Dragons. Like I got to go take a puppetry class. There's like escape rooms. There's like board games. There's like
film festivals. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff.
So many cosplay. There's so many things happening all the time. Like every year I get discover something new that they do. It's like everyone's on their own little journey and adventure, and ours just happens to be board games. So in the halls, you get to go in this giant hall where there are all these different booths where you can pick up all of these different games. People are displaying games. You can go and demo them. There's some that are, most of them are available to purchase. Some are just going to demo to show you for the future, but it's a good time. And then there's different places around the convention hall around the center. It's like everywhere in Indy. It's like pretty much Indianapolis is just taken over by Gen Con. So pretty much every building in Indy has something going on.
Yeah.
I talked to other people. There was random buildings everywhere. But then you can go over and you can open up these games and start playing. So that's what we were able to do.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and talk about the games.
Sweet.
What do you want to start with?
I guess we'll just start from the top over here. So let's see. Okay. So from Asmodee, we have The Fate of the Fellowship. This is the latest rendition of the Pandemic system. So it takes the core foundation of Pandemic and they made it into a Lord of the Rings game. And I'm super excited about it. It has a lot of fun twists to it. It's just come out. I think people are still kind of waiting for it if you've pre-ordered it online or things like that.
Now this was a surprise. You didn't think you were going to be able to pick it up, right?
I didn't. So, they originally had it listed for sale on the BGG preview, and then all of a sudden it changed to demo availability. And when I went to the thing, it wasn't on the printout sheet of games that were available for sale. But I asked them, I was like, do you have Fate of the Fellowship? Because I definitely saw a dude walking out with this in his bag. And they're like, yeah, we have a few. So I got my hands on it. And I'm very excited to be playing it soon. It has a really awesome dice tower of the...
he built it in our hotel room one night. There will be several of those games and across Gen Con where they either sold out fast and they thought because of tariffs or supplies or just... I think this was record-breaking. I think the past couple years since COVID have all been record-breaking.
They've all been sold out. I feel like record-breaking is they were 72,000 and then they allowed 72,500. So
right? They filled it and they could have probably sold more.
Yeah.
But so sales did very well. Lots of things were sold out at the end.
Yeah.
So, picking off of my random stack of things, let's jump into Twinkle Twinkle. Now, Twinkle Twinkle is an all-play game. I think we also have
this is the expansion.
This is the expansion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is the thing that we're most excited about because we've played Twinkle Twinkle. So we covered the Kickstarter campaign.
We demoed it back during PAX in December. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is a game where you're building out the stars and your constellations with these really neat, clear tiles. I haven't gotten a chance to look into the final production, but it was pretty much set to go when we saw it back in December. And
Except this time we didn't have to peel all the little plastic off the acrylic.
Yes. And then this is an expansion that I haven't played yet. It's called How I Wonder, which is so cute. Twinkle Twinkle How I Wonder.
It's a good name.
But it's a light tile placement game that I'm excited to crack open. And so thank you to All Play for letting us have that final copy. So thank you.
And I think keyword, like, it was kind of light, but it was fun, and I'm excited to see what the expansion adds to it.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. This is one of those surprise games. So I love when I walk by a booth and they give me the demo and I'm immediately sold. I'm like, yes, I want that game. This is called First Class Letters. I'd never heard of it, but it's a Peter C. Hayward game. He's a fairly well-known designer. But you basically have these really cute boxes that are like bouncing, tumbling out of the back of a mail truck, and they are dice and they have letters on them. And you're trying to create over 7 rounds, 7 words in alphabetical order. However, each round there's going to be a series of 3 letters that you want to use and 1 letter that you don't want to use in your word. And if you can do that, you score lots of points. It's one of those just fun, Scrabbly type word games. I love games like this. It's also a 1 to 100 game, so you can play with lots of people. And we've been with 8 or so.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just kind of nice fun.
We got to play this several times at Gen Con, and normally spelling games are not my thing, but I really like this one. It's like a spelling game I could get on board with because you don't have to use all the letters that are available.
Yeah. Also, if any of the designers or publishers are watching, the dice for this are spectacular. Like, they have these really cute little tape marks and like this side up markings on all the sides. Oh man, it just looks really cute.
Yeah. And I just feel like a good demo can make or break if I'm going to buy a game, especially if I was on the, like, if I don't know it and I was on the fence about it, if I was on the fence about it, then if someone's super engaging and gives me a really good demo and like, you're going to have a great time, I'm like, okay, sure. So good demos make a big difference. Next we have Red Carpet. Now, this was one that was in our Gen Con anticipation video, and so we were able to pick it up, and I saw a lot of people also walking around with it, so I think it was on other people's hit list as well. And why I was super intrigued by this game, we haven't gotten a chance to play it, but it's people walking down the red carpet, and you are the paparazzi, and it comes with these phone stands, and you take your actual phone and you put it on the stand, and then you, I think everyone just saw a picture of my children. You put it on the stand, and then you try and take certain photos of certain angles. I think it's like kind of, someone compared it to a game like Picture This, but I haven't played that either. So, but I just love the concept of integrating. Picture Perfect? Yeah. Integrating like your technology into the game. So I'm excited to play that one.
Yeah, cool. Okay, let's see. Ooh, going in the theme of games that I just walked by and got a good demo of, I picked up, and you haven't even seen this yet because it was in wrapping paper last time.
It's pretty.
Canopy Evergreen. It's Vincent Dutray, that's why it's pretty. He's a wonderful artist. But this is a game that's like, it gives me Forest Shuffle vibes where you're like collecting trees and then you're collecting like other animals and things. But the stuff that you're collecting to make trees, you're actually growing physical trees on like a board. And there's physicality to when you grow trees around components, you get to collect those components. You're trying to get these mushrooms, they all score points, it's all set collection. It's just basically like one of those cute like card construction set collection type games. But I had a really good demo of this, so I was excited to be like, I want that one.
Wow, that's so interesting because it doesn't, the back of the box, it's just artwork.
Yeah, this is the deluxe edition, so I got the one that has like all the wood stuff, so I think they just gave us full art to enjoy.
All right, cool. Okay, so next is Tearable Quest. Ooh, this is another game by All Play. So terrible, as in like tear a piece of paper, because that is what you're doing in this game. We did get to demo this game / play a whole round, and it's like the goal. Everyone has the goal of getting certain combination of monsters off of your piece of paper, and you are physically tearing the piece of paper. I think I can pull one out. Break everyone's heart. Okay. So you're going to physically try and get it out a certain pattern without tearing it into other patterns, and then you score points based on how well you do. And
you're
there's
trying to
also
get, like,
like
ghosts and
hidden
swords and
treasures
stuff.
behind. So if you do that, it's just like a really silly game. I think you could play at like a pub or like something like that.
And
it
small,
also
so it
kind of
fits the
like
occasion.
does those intrusive thoughts like in school where you get in trouble for like tearing up your piece of paper while the teacher's talking to you. Here you actually are supposed to do it. So
Destructive, intrusive thoughts.
yeah. All right, go ahead.
Cool. Let's see. Next one on my list is actually just an upgrade. I love a good upgrade. We love playing with iron clays. They're from Roxley. They're like these beautiful poker chips that really could fit any time period. Like they could be like classy Victorian or they could be like futuristic steampunk because the design is like pretty nondescript. But we have a full set of these at home, this like 100 pack, but if we play like 4 or 5 players in certain games, we like run out. So now we have 2 packs so that we have plenty enough to play all the games that we play. So that was one thing that I was able to pick up and save on shipping.
Okay. That was a surprise purchase that showed up.
Last day I was like, I bought iron clays.
I think we need to tighten this table. It is wobbly.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, Decrypto. This is by, we got it from Hachette?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so by
the
Hachette.
Scorpion Masquerade.
Yeah, so this is an older game.
Mm-hmm.
This is a fun, I've gotten to play it once, a fun party game that I've been interested in. And they said, hey, are you interested in covering this? And I'm like, actually, I have always wanted to add this to our party collection. So it's a fun.
We'll play it again before we do our next party video and see if it's one we want
I
to cover.
remember it, I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool. Speaking of Forest Shuffle with Canopy, I have Forest Shuffle Dartmoor. This is the brand new Forest Shuffle. We had not played Forest Shuffle until very recently. Our friend Jacqueline played it on Board Game Arena with us. We liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. This one adds like locations and a little bit more depth, and it smooths out some of those like go-to strategies like the deer and stuff like that people would do it like regularly. So yeah, this is just like a little more twisty, interesting Forest Shuffle, and I'm excited to check it out. A lot of people were, honestly, this is one of those that when I entered the Asmodee line, I wasn't planning on getting it, and then all the people around me were like, are they sold out of Forest Shuffle yet? Are they sold out yet? Am I gonna get a copy of Forest Shuffle? And so I was like, well, now or never. That's Gen Con for you.
I'll take one Forest Shuffle, please. Yeah, the FOMO and the peer pressure really starts to get to you. All right, so next we have Let's Go to Japan, which is by AEG. We got to see a demo copy of Let's Go to Paris, Let's Go to France, which is a new one coming out. But with Let's Go to Japan is like, from what I know about it, I've always wanted to play it in this because it's like where you try and collect like tourist attractions and you plan out your amazing trip that you're going to go have. And 2 years ago we got to go to Japan. I fell in love. I can't wait to go back. I would live there. So I'm excited to play this again and get more ideas.
Sweet. Okay, next up I have from Cosmos, from the Masters of Crime series, the Mosquito experience. So we have done one Masters of Crime before, Vendetta. That's the one with the Mafia in New York City. Ton of fun. Really enjoyed it. It was one of those where like you're like doing this like it's kind of like a solve a crime, like splay it out on the whole table sort of deals. And it was one of those where like, no, there's no way it can be that. It can't be that. And then you pull it open and you're like, oh my gosh, it's that. And it was like good enough that it guides you to the right answer, but like hard enough that you're like, can't believe that you got it right.
Yeah.
So very excited to play another one of these. I think it's one of those like, you know, double date like couples games where you spend like 4 hours doing it on a Saturday night. Very excited for Mosquito.
Now, I think we should talk about another one that we got that we don't have with us because of Cosmos. We got, while we were there, we played an Exit the game, which is like a escape room in a little box. And what is Merchants of Venice?
It was, oh snap.
Is it one about Venice?
It's about Venice. It's something of Venice.
And it is, we can't talk about what it is, but it is crazy.
It is crazy. It is insane. Honestly, that was one of the cooler physical exit games that we've done. It was very cool.
We say no more. Crazy.
Sweet. Okay. Back to the all play lineup. We got some small box games. We have Soda Jerk. So this is a game by Chris Yee. Chris was there got to talk to him about his game. I got to ask him what a soda jerk is because I didn't know. And Mackenzie was like, how do you not know what a soda jerk is? But thus we are here. And I'm very excited to play it. Honestly, I was really happy because we got to choose which games we brought home, and I picked this one, and people were like, oh, that's the best one. So I'm excited to play this one.
You were deprived of your 1950s culture as a child, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, so next, this is a game that I ended up loving.
Me too.
It's called Up or Down. Did you just get this as like someone added it on to a game that you demoed?
I was demoing Sanctuary, and I was given this as a media copy, but I don't think we have to review it or anything. We probably will, but
I love it. It's like the concept, if you've played the game, that kind of like number building sort of sense, but better. And it is very well themed. I think it's like elevators going up or down, and you commit to it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's kind of hard to get into, but I think it's very well produced. And if you like those number laying puzzle games, this one, we played it several times throughout the convention, and it was one of my actually favorite games that we played, picked up.
I love it a lot. It's that constraint of like, you have your ascending and descending rows, and it's like, do I skip 30 numbers? Yes or no? It's a hard one to decide.
It's kind of like the same reason I like Scout.
Yeah. And before we got Up or Down, we were also pitched this game from Pandasaurus. This is Beasts, and it's supposedly a similar concept. So you're basically, at least I was told it was like partially like the game. Maybe it's nothing like the game. We shall see. But it's got beautiful artwork. It's a cooperative game. We're all working towards building our cards towards something. I'm excited to learn more. It intrigued me enough from the pitch, out of the thousands of pitches we heard that weekend, that we picked it up. I'd say we've gotten a lot more selective at like even what we'll review and cover on the channel. So like out of the 100 things we heard about, we're like, okay, these two sound good, this one sounds good. So that was one of the ones that stood out.
Next one that was also a surprise is Pina Coladice. It's like Pina Colada.
Coladice.
It's like made from I don't think they're actually coasters, but they're like coasters, where you are trying to find different dice combinations to score different points on these coasters, and it's just really cute, simple, fun to play, easy to play at like a bar. I like it because of the components to be able to play outside at like a table. I'm anticipating playing this a lot outside on our backyard table.
But I would describe it as like spatial Yahtzee, basically. Yeah. It's like you're doing Yahtzee style scoring, but you want to get things in rows and columns, and you want to get like squares of your stuff. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. Let's do kids games for a second.
All right.
So brief interlude for Games for Charlotte. I have from Haba Mixalotl. This is one of their brand new games that's coming out. I was so excited about this one. It's really cute. Basically, you have the bottom half of an animal that's constant, and then you have the top half of an animal that's like cards that you're laying on top of it. So you might have a bottom half sheep and a top half frog. So you would like put the frog head on, but then you have to say the sheep noise. So you'd be like, bah, for like a frog. So it's like kind of confusing, but it also builds that like coordination and like brain puzzliness. I think Charlotte's gonna like it a lot.
She's gonna love it because her favorite joke right now is to call people by not their name. And it's like the big joke, like, ha, your mama. And speaking of other ones, and you will be seeing reviews from Charlotte, I'm sure. So this is on YouTube. If you want to see our daughter review, it kind of on YouTube, it doesn't really work for kids. So if you want to see her reviews, they are over on her Instagram, and she is an amazing up and coming reviewer. Like, I'm very impressed. She now asks me all the time. She's like, "Mama, play a game?"
Yeah.
I put on speaker. All right. Next from Haba, we have Prima Ballerina. And this is, from what I understand, it's a cooperative dancing game where you are shown a card and then you have to do different poses and then you build on it, and then you have to you have to memorize like the dance moves of the card shown. But I'm excited for this one.
This is gonna be a fun one. Two more on the kids line. So we have a Chip Theory Games game. So Chip Theory makes kids stuff, and they have a puzzle line. So I got Sudoku Forest. It starts with a 2x2 grid, and it teaches kids Sudoku. And I think that Charlotte's going to be able to learn it. It's like, no frogs in this column. You want ducks in this column. I think she's going to like this, and it's magnetic. It's a perfect little travel game. I think that's gonna be a good one. Yes! Battle for Hoth. Okay, from Asmodee, we have Battle for Hoth. This is a Memoir 44 remake that is designed by the original designer and a new designer, and it's of the Battle of Hoth. So we get a sort of full-scale Empire versus Rebellion thing going on. They had some really cool promo stuff there, so I got a nice bag, and I got a mini shield generator for it. But I'm very excited about this one. It's just like a lighter sort of 1v1 sort of battler game with cards.
I saw a lot of people at the convention playing this. And at the Hachette party, we got to meet both of the designers, and they've been working on this, I think, since 2020. It's been a long time. Yeah. So I was excited to see how well it was like being promoted and being very successful. Okay, next on the list, everything's becoming like a giant glob. We have, I'll do this whole lineup.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, from Alley Cat Games, which we haven't really covered a lot of, have we ever covered this something on their channel? Alley Cat Games, which I really enjoy, at least the first one so far. So we have Tic Tac Trek, we have Tinder Block, and we have Message in a Bottle. Now, the one we dove into, and the reason we went over there was for Tic Tac Trek. Jonathan heard people talking about that it was really good. I went over and I picked it up. It is delightful. It is so cute. It is the new
and it's very good.
New and improved version of tic-tac-toe, where you are trying to you're laying out different like landscapes, and if you match them up in a row, then you put down your X's and your O's. You have to get 3 in a row. You know how tic-tac-toe works. But it's like this, but it's better. It's better.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and then we have Tinder Blocks, which looks like a dexterity sort of game, and the Message in a Bottle, which kind of sounds similar maybe to the mail truck game.
The first class letters.
The first class, so I'm interested to see how it's different. But I picked this up because I love a good different packaging. I love fun things, people doing fun things.
It'll be fun. I'm excited to try it. Okay, cool. All right, from Hachette, we have, this is Super Meeple and Ori Games. We have Chronologic Cusco 1450. So this is another mystery whodunit, sort of like Clue style. You need the time, the place, the thing. And apparently these Chronologic games are just a hoot, and we've not played one before. So I'm really excited to try this. The theme in particular is very exciting to me. So I am looking forward to trying that one out. Oh, okay, Four Doors. This is a Matt Leacock. He's the designer of a bunch of cooperative games like Pandemic and stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically this like card game where we're trying to open up these doors, and there's spookies behind them, and we have to kind of like work our way through all the doors.
Spookies?
Honestly, it seems pretty interesting, but also not gonna lie, the box is like really shiny, and that really played into me wanting to get it. Ooh, shiny.
Okay. All right.
There's been a major increase in foil and spot gloss and UV on box covers, right? I'm not crazy, right?
Yes. Speaking of that, this is Tag Team, which Jonathan has been the I was surprised I'm the one giving this pitch, because Jonathan has been the sole, not sole, but he's rallying in their corner. Tag Team! Tag Team, do not be deceived by its cover.
We don't like the cover.
I don't like the cover. Maybe you do. It's not for me, but the game is very well done. It's like, what would you say? It's a deck building fighting game?
So it's a programming, like Auto Battler is the official name, but it's basically like you set cards, and then once they're set, we're just going to do them one by one and see what happens. Now the trick is you're never going to rearrange your cards, but you are going to draw 3 cards and put one of those somewhere in that order each turn, and you get to decide where you wedge that card in. So if you know that your turn 3 was always getting blocked by their cancel effect, maybe you slip a card in slot 3 and move that down to slot 4 so that your thing can actually affect them. It's 2 fighters versus 2 fighters, so you're tag teaming. And the other interesting thing is whichever card gets pulled, that's who your target is. So you can like swap targets, block moves by changing the order of your cards. It is so quick, 10 to 15 minutes, and there's some really fun asymmetric characters in here. It's actually like a lot of fun. Not a fan of the art style, not a fan of some of the characters, sort of art and theme, but some of them are really cool. There's this like voodoo lady and this fire chick who are like really great, and they're really cool. So yeah, that's a really fun one.
All right. Next we have Gatsby by Pandasaurus. Now we did get a chance to play through this one. It is a 2-player game where it takes place in like the Gatsby world, where we're a lady and a fella, and
James and Dorothy,
and we're trying to make our way up in society. So it's a very much like, if you're familiar with Catala games like Seven Wonders Duel and games like that, this has the same sort of different multi-path ways to win. There's 3 different sections on the board, and there's different ways that you have to like keep track of all of them. Too. Yeah.
Ludovic Maublanc.
Yes, so there will be several different ways to win, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Awesome. Sweet. In the realm of games that I'm stupidly excited for absolutely maybe no reason, maybe it's good, The Sims. I love The Sims like so much. I used to play so much The Sims, and this game by Lucky Duck, well, it's published by Lucky Duck and Goliath, is basically The Sims as like a board game. We went to a launch party for it, and I am like unreasonably excited to at least try it and see what it's like, just because I like The Sims. So.
And I'm excited because my parents never let me play The Sims, so Mom and Dad, I can play it now. Okay, so we're almost done. Hang in there. Next we have Positano, which is a perfect example of a game that was pitched really well to us, and then we said, okay, I think we want to go ahead and pick this up. It is a block stacking game where you are trying to build up your different towers in ways that they have views toward the sea thematically, and it looked really cute. I like components where like I can physically pick them up and move them around, and those sort of puzzles, so I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. I think you can bet on your multiple scoring, but then if someone blocks your view from the ocean, you lose those points. I think there's a lot of tricky, fun stuff going on in that one. Cool. Next up is a game that's an oldie but a goodie that's been rebooted. That is Can't Stop. This is the new like mountain-shaped version. Unfortunately, not a magnetic box, but still cool. We only recently played this like literally a week ago, and I really liked it, mainly because I won. No, it was actually really fun. I like dice push your luck games. You're basically trying to climb to the top of the mountain. You have to do that by rolling the same number over and over. You can choose to stop at any time, but if you keep going, you could bust and lose all that lovely progress that you made. So I am excited to own this game.
Nice. All right, this is the last in my stack, and then John has 3 more. So this is Marie in the footsteps of Marie Curie. Now, this wasn't a new game, but it has, I love games that are like science-based. It's by Hachette and several games by them, but I love games that are based in realism.
This
and
is Sorry
science.
We Are French, so that's the publishing studio.
Yep, and I am excited to be able to dive into this one.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be great. Cool. Okay, so when we were on our way into the airport, there was a giant ad for Tacta, and the designer was actually there, so we got to see him demoing this game, which is really cool. This is a game from the Op, who unfortunately pulled out of Gen Con so last minute. But I was really excited to still be able to support them anyway and pick this up from the Miniature Market booth, who picked up their stuff. It is like a card placement game where you're overlapping corners and sides to try to score points, and the cards are going out and splaying into this big sort of shape. I love kind of shape-based scoring games like that. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Next up is Gloomies, which is by Ravensburger, and this one was really cute. They had like a bunch of stuff with this, like, I think it's a star beam.
It's like a moon moth cutie.
A moon moth cutie. And it's about like set collection and stuff like that. It's on the lighter side, I think.
Yeah, you're like fulfilling contracts and stuff, trying to get stuff in the line.
Yeah, they compared it to the mushroom game that they came out with last year, so I'm excited. Mycelia. So I'm excited to try this bad boy out.
Yeah, cool. Okay, 2 more. Starting with Luthier. So this is our big heavy boy for the convention. So
this was not free?
No, this was not free. This was far from free. It's actually the most expensive thing on the table. But So this is a quite heavy game by Paverson Games that I was pretty excited to pick up because we love music. First of all, both of us had music minors and majors, and like this is about a theme that is very interesting. It's a luthier, someone who like builds and makes instruments and repairs instruments like violins and things. So you're basically like that person, and you're going to build instruments that are going to make up an orchestra, and it's a bunch of really cool like Euro mechanics, but I'm very excited to play it, and I picked up the deluxe edition because they had it and I wanted it, and it was really pretty. And last on this list is Lightning Train. Lightning Train was one of those games that you had to like fast walk as fast as you could without hitting anybody so they don't yell at you. And then you have to get in line for Direwolf and wait behind 300 people to hope that you get one of the last copies. And I did. There were like 12 people behind me who got copies, but I am very excited to be here with this game, which I have played 3 times now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played 3 times this weekend, despite being like despite being like a 2.5-hour game or so. That's a doozy. But it is a bag building, train route building game where you're building routes between cities and then like moving goods between them. And what's so interesting is you very rarely score points from like gaining presence or moving around the board. You gain most of your points from what you're delivering and like how people use your routes. The bag building element is pretty sweet, honestly. It's like just like deck building, you basically want to get the good stuff in your thing so that when it all draws, you get nice combos. So you try to build towards a bag that works for a particular strategy. I was going all in on tunneling one game, it worked great. Went all in on money making the next game, that went great. So lots of fun ways to play and win, and yeah, it's pretty neat, honestly.
It is not about magic.
No, there's no magic trains.
And Lightning Train is very misleading.
They're just very quick
It's
trains.
an American farm train game. It should be like people with like pitchforks in a train going by. That's what it is.
We did get to go to a lot of fun events. We went to the Lorcana Collector's Quest. That was an event with the Lorcana team where we basically
that was actually a quest. Do you have them with you?
Yeah, they're right here. Let me get them. So we like did this thing where we had to like open all these packs, and then they would tell us like, okay, now with all of your cards, go find this set of cards. And you had to go find like all the Madrigals or like all of the Aladdin crew or like whatever it was, the rescuers. Yeah. And so you're like going around, you're like, will you trade with me? Will you trade with me? But we did this the first year, the like launch day for Lorcana. And the thing that's different is that now everyone knows how valuable their cards are. So you're like asking to trade someone's legendary for your common, and they're like, So there was like added stakes to this one. But the funny thing that happened was we were having a hard time finding all the cards that we needed. And so someone started chanting, more packs, more packs, more packs. So we all started chanting, and we like bullied the Ravensburger team into giving us more free packs, which was hilarious. We had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun with it too. But when I got my more pack, I got an enchanted. So I also got an enchanted at the last Lorcana party at Gen Con, so I'm going to make sure to always go to the Lorcana Gen Con parties now. So.
Well, yeah, that is too good, and it's so fun. Like,
yeah, it was very fun.
I really enjoy Lorcana, and I can tell that's what they want. They want the fun decks. They want to be able to trade it up and mix it up and not have these super like perfected decks. It's just like fun. We actually got to teach Lorcana to a couple different couples around the event, and that was also fun.
So that was Gen Con. Honestly, it's such a wonderful gathering of friends and games and events and business stuff for us and playing new games. I love that we're always surprised by something, that we always get to bring something home that's new, that's interesting. And yeah, looking forward to next year.
But thank you guys so much for your support, and we are excited to be coming at you with all the fun things we have in store for the future.
All right.
All right. We'll see you next time. Happy playing.